What's going on, guys? Talon back here today, and sorry for the delay on the other videos and all this. It's been really hot out here in Japan, really muggy, and just not motivated to do any videos whatsoever. So, but finally it's cooled down a bit. We had a bit of a storm fly through, so and hey, right in time for the tournament. So we are on World Tournament number 12, and a kind of a special banner, but I'm not exactly sure how the rates are. So far, from what I've been hearing, the rates have really been going down in Japan ever since the Xenoverse banner. So I'm not really sure what that's all about, but apparently the Great Ape one is pretty bad. I don't know. That's what I've been hearing. I have personally not been summoning on it because I don't want the Great Apes. I'm saving for the 1.5 anniversary, which will be coming July 5th. So that will be with the legendary rare card and all that fun stuff. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But so today I thought I'd walk you guys through kind of some overall tips. A lot of people have been asking me, what kind of team should I be forming for the World Tournament? How should I be doing it? How should I be approaching it? So I'm going to go through some basic tips. A lot of it probably a lot of you guys already know, but maybe some stuff you might pick up or you thought of if you're trying to get back into the tournament or whatever. So, but first, before we do that, let me go into quickly to the summon that I was talking about. So this literally reads key change, essentially, okay? And basically, if you do a 50 stone summon, you'll get an old Kai card. And right now, you're looking at about the Goku and Vegeta nukers. You've got the new Bardock. You got the new Goku. We got 17. We got 17 again. We got 18 and 18, and Android 13 and Goten. Goten again, and Trunks. So not really sure why they named it that, but okay, I'm all for it. So. Not some horrible summons by any means. I don't know how good the rates are, but hey, you get an old Kai out of it. That ups the super of somebody. So, this is the Great Ape, which I've already showed you guys, so not the greatest. But we have the summons back for both the SSRs guaranteed and the Dragon Ball summons. God, those Dragon Ball summons rates are the worst. Ugh, I just spend them and I don't even care what comes out. So, the guaranteed SSR summer banning has not changed since, I want to say the 8th World Tournament or something like that. I might be wrong on that one. But if you're kind of hoping for, oh, maybe Gogeta will finally be in here, don't press your luck on that one right now. So, I mean, you're not going to only get these guys. You do get everyone else below. I'm sure someone has maybe even pulled a newer card, not Cell or Gogeta or anybody like that. But, you've probably pulled a pretty good SSR somewhere. So, the only downside is those repeats. Nobody likes getting a repeat. So, but yeah, that's going to be my aim for the tournament. I'm hoping to get about 80 wins to get that guaranteed SSR, try to get above 10,000. I'd like to get the new cooler, just at least get one of them. I don't have them in front of me, unfortunately, right now, but actually, if I go into the news, I can give you at least this thing is passive skill. That is not what I want to be going into. I'm going to the World Tournament. If we look at the new cooler here, his leader skill is that all strength cards, their attack and defense go down by 30%. That's the enemy, of course. And then if I remember correctly, his leader skill is upping agility characters by 30% as well, I believe. I don't have the card in front of me. It's on DBZ Space if you guys want to take a look at it. I'll try to leave a link down below if I can remember to. But overall, he's not a bad card. I think his health when maxed out was like 8,600. His defense was 43 or 4,400, and his attack was 77, I think. I'm not really sure. But hey, he's guaranteed SSR, and he's technically free. This kind of just more explains, hey, you can get food on the battlefield, the prizes you can get. Okay, I'm going to give you guys one big, huge tip right now. People always say, well, I don't want to spend my stones on the World Tournament. Okay, you don't actually really need to. You can literally have 0 stones, go through the first match of the tournament, and you get stones from that. Go through the first round, get stones from that. Then you can only use those stones right there. The more and more you keep playing, you have to use 1 or 2, but if you've got at least, I'd say, over 100 act to do it, by the 5th or 6th win, you're starting to get more and more stones. The next thing you know, you're going to have like 17 stones, and you just keep using those. I figured 20 matches a day for about 4 days, give or take. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, okay? So that right there, you can use all those stones, and you don't have to waste any of your precious, if you're trying to save like the story or the quest stones or anything like that. There you go. So good way to try and get up to 80 wins, get you a guaranteed SSR ticket, and maybe the cooler depending on how well you do. Other than that, this is all kind of basic information that we already know about. Goes until 9:59, basically 10 p.m. Japan time on Sunday. So definitely keep an eye out try and keep an eye out for that if you are trying to get into this good placing in the tournament. Now, let's go into the tournament itself. I was actually waiting for my act to go up just a little bit, but I've been playing quite a bit. I'm already at 12 wins. So let me give some overall here. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's just go in. If you get above 5,000 or 10,000, I believe. Okay, so actually it's better this time. So if you're above 10,000, you get the SSR, the cooler, and then guaranteed SSR ticket. And the more you go up, the more you're gonna get. So if you get into the first place, you get a lot of stuff. So yeah, congrats to whoever gets first place. I'm not even gonna try, but. So a lot of people, like I said before, have been asking me, what exactly can you do to try and better yourself in the World Tournament? Okay, so the best way I can look at it is basically with the way the Japanese version, at least right now, everyone you almost play against has a Gogeta or some Dokkan Awakened really strong character, okay? On average, when you hit the characters, if you can hit them for about 10 to 11,000, I would say, give or take, no matter what, even if it's not a super attack and it's just, them punching them or blasting them real quick, you will knock that character out, okay? Because, it's going to be 3 versus 3 or 1 versus 3, depending on how the enemy characters line up. But I say usually try to bring almost a rainbow team. If you have to, throw a couple of strengths in, maybe have an agility in there. Try to mix it up a bit, though, because you're not going to be fighting solely strength or solely agility teams, okay? That's how you're going to have to try to approach this. And then, of course, you've got to watch out for the big hitters, Gogeta, full-powered Frieza, all those guys, okay? So if you can line those up and block them as best you can, then great. You can bring items along as always. I always like to bring a Sensudine along. I like to bring some kind of defensive support item. And then I have the Majin Vegeta and the new Xeno Trunk, so I bring the Orb Changer support items. So now, if you were lucky enough to get the Xeno Trunks Dokkan Awaken, he's actually pretty good. I'd say he's number 2 in terms of trying to get Ki, at least because of his passive skill. Majin Vegeta being the best. Brawly, unless you build a team exactly trying to get his super up, I'd say he's down at number 3, unfortunately. But he's still pretty good, though, damage-wise. Trunks is definitely the weakest damage-wise. I used him in a couple of matches and against things like not full power Frieza. I think it was Super Janemba. I only did like 13,000 on him, which is just barely scraping the bar to get him out of the ring. So, but so far I've been able to hit everyone. I even hit Gogeta, which, physical against a, strength card. Right there, you're thinking, oh god, that's not going to do any damage. Well, it still knocked him out. So, and if you're wondering about the Super Janemba, I am referring to Super Janemba's passive skill because he's got crazy defense. So, nonetheless, so my best suggestion is use a leader who gives your team at least 2 Ki. If you probably have someone that can give at least part of your team some kind of Ki, even if you're doing free to play. And then from there, you really got to build it around your links and your passive skills, because when you pick a friend, you do not get the friend benefit. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to go double Gogeta every single time and have 6 Ki automatically, you can't do that. The second Gogeta friend is not going to give you anything. So unfortunately, you cannot do that. So that's just the rankings. So that, unfortunately, you cannot do. So my other suggestion would be that, I guess the last thing would be, unfortunately, if you were able to pull the Majin Vegeta from the Xenoverse banner, the Villains event has not been re-released. You cannot use him to win this tournament as easily as you think you can. He has to be Dokkan in order to hit everybody. So, if you have him, great. If not, I'm kind of sorry on that, unfortunately. So, other than that, though, there's tons of guides and tons of tips that you can just literally Google. There's basic things. Apparently, if you go through the first round of it after you beat the other 3 guys on the board, and then you retire it, you keep those points. So if you want to increase your score to increase your rank, that is one way to do it, but it does not count towards the 80 wins, so you've got to kind of balance that, unfortunately. I'm sure there's other exploits and things like that. So, there's tons of leaders, though, that can definitely help you at least get that Ki, though, because getting the Ki is the big one, because then you can get your supers off more. And if you get your supers off more, then you're basically guaranteed to knock whatever character you're trying to battle in that day and age right there, okay? So, other than that, I thought I'd just simply go through. I'll show you my team that I'm going to be using. Now, a lot of you might scream, oh, overpowered, yada, 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 It's just, the luck of the draw, unfortunately, when it comes to some of these cards. So I'll go with Gogeta here. This is the lineup I'm going with. I'm trying to still play around with the agility cards I have. You know, I tried to go with a rainbow team. So let's just go up. I don't even care what I get. We'll get a bunch of money. Oh, another thing about the tournament. Great way to level up your character's levels and to get Zenny. Oh man, the amount of Zenny you can get from this is ridiculous. So, did not get either of my guys. So, let's take out Gogeta here. Goten can take out Brawly, and I'll have my other Gogeta here take out the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So, we'll do that. Be very careful on this last stage. If your health is usually generally kind of in the middle, lowish area, the enemy does tend to super you sometimes, and you will lose, and you're just going to be like... Alright, so we got both my Trunks and Bonds of Vegeta. I'm actually going to do this. And Trunks here will get his little super off. So if you've never seen Trunks' super, here you go. First time for everything. And then, so a lot of these guys, though, do revolve around things like, you know, prepare for battle, over in a flash. And I was really lucky that Cell did not kill my Trunks there. So he's not exactly great when it comes to damage resistance, especially because... a lot of people were using Gogeta and Brawly and stuff, and Trunks is weak against that. So there we go. We can finish off the third, and watch how much experience I get. I think Trunks is still leveling up a bit. But that's a lot of points. That's win number 13 there. Yeah, just look at that. Almost 2 levels up right there. So pretty good in my opinion. So no, I will not add you. So that is going to be win number 13, another Dragon Ball Summon thing, but don't really care about it. So overall though, that's the best advice I can personally give when it comes to doing this tournament. Like I said, use the stones that you get from the tournament. You don't have to waste a single one that maybe you've been saving up, especially if you're trying to wait for that legendary card thing, since we don't know if it's going to be dropping. Is it going to be, you know, farmable? Is it going to be just given to us? We don't really know yet. So more details coming in the future soon, hopefully, on that one. So if you guys have other questions though, leave them down in the comments below. I will try to help as best as possible. And yeah, that's going to be about it, guys, for the video. So leave a like if you liked it. Like I said before, I'll try to answer as much as I can. And good luck in the tournament. Let me know what position you guys get by the end of the day. Leave it on my Twitter. Leave it in the comments below. And until next time, guys, have a good one and take it easy.